Good morning. It is 8:40 a.m. Getting a little later start than normal this morning, but we are headed to the pool to get a, no way. You're kidding. Are we locked out? Oh my gosh, this better not be happening. I almost got nervous there. Good morning. We almost couldn't get in the pool. It is 8:43 a.m. Definitely off to a later start than normal, but we are headed into our first training session of the morning. Right now we're training for Ironman Chattanooga. So I typically start off each day with either a swim or a bike on the bike trainer. So we're gonna get probably 400 in just to kind of loosen up the body and then get into the rest of the training day. But yeah, welcome. Hopefully these things stay. All right, here we go. Nice and easy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A little loosened up, yeah, quick swim. Like I said, I haven't been really taking training that seriously. I only did 400 this morning. Usually I would do a little bit longer, but we got a lot to get done today. So sometimes that's gonna sacrifice. But yeah, the body was a little tight, so it was good to loosen up. I feel all right in the water. We'll get it done. I mean, the swim is in a river, so I guess you just gotta float. You make your way down, you know? All right, about to head up to the room, cook some breakfast. I'm thinking we're doing some eggs and toast, maybe a smoothie. I don't know why I'm acting like it's gonna be a surprise. I eat the same thing every day. So this is a super unique situation, being able to live on campus here while I'm working. And so when I first came on, you have two options. You can live on campus or you can live off campus. And so they didn't have any allocations when I first joined. And so I got put on a wait list, and the first set of rooms, golly, I can't get this egg. The first set of rooms that become available are basically handicap rooms. See that? That was a nice trick. They're like oversized handicapped rooms. And so it basically is just a room probably the size of this little living room. And then it's really based on tenure. Once you kind of wait out your time, then you can have the opportunity to move into an apartment like this. So it honestly didn't take me too long to get this. I think I lived in the Grand Slam room or whatever they call it for maybe like a year and a half. And then luckily this apartment opened up, and it's a game changer because you go from tying your shoes on the bed and just having that small space. Plus the other thing is I love having like all of my equipment and gear and everything, so it's hard to fit everything in the small room. And this just gives you a whole different perspective. You don't even feel like you're living in a dorm.
Looks like first watch.
Hey man, we do what we can out here. All right, so signature smoothie. It has evolved over time. I used to be throwing like a bunch of raw eggs in here and stuff, but we're getting smarter as we get older. First things first, throwing in some spinach, throw in a nanner here, blueberries.
What was that, a nanner?
A nanner? You never heard of a nanner? No. Nanner? Throw in some blueberries. Got to throw in a little extra for JJ. Some strawberries. I shop at Aldi, so this Greek yogurt too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really I try to eat relatively healthy, but as far as like the whole organic stuff goes, I mean, I just look at the shelf and see what looks good. I haven't even had my cold brew yet, and I'm feeling fired up for the day. We just finished up breakfast, so I think it's time for a room tour. I mean, there's not really much to see, but we'll go ahead and show you. Y'all have kind of seen the kitchen area, but it's super nice. IMG provides full-size fridge. You can always find a microwave. Sink area. It's actually nice with the deep dish sink because you can wash your dishes. We've got the stove top, got the oven, Nice little countertop here. Come into the living room. So they do provide some furniture. This is all of my old furniture from my old apartment. So I preferred using this than some of the stuff they had. So we got the bike trainer here. I really like being able to use this. I actually just got this probably a couple months ago, and it helps so much because going out on the roads is way too dangerous. And I mean, I still got to get my open rides in, but utilizing this has been a game changer. Come over to my office. Big trek over to the office. This is the office right here. This is where I'll do all my journaling. I'll work on my projects, do some reading here as well. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. This sucker doesn't get used too much. I mainly watch some YouTube videos in there and then throw on whatever games are being played. But yeah, don't really watch too much TV. We'll come on over here to the bedroom. It's really nice having this separate bedroom because, like I said before, I didn't have a separated door. I just burped, sorry. A separated door in my first room that I had. So, comes with the dressers. It does come with a bed. I use my own bed just because that's what I prefer. But yeah, gets the job done. Nice and spacious. Got some closet space here. And yeah, not really much to it. And then we got the bathroom. The bathroom's actually pretty big. Now, it's a little cluttered, but I've got a lot of toys and stuff. I got my fishing poles, spike ball, beach wagon. Not a bad little setup. I mean, this is all you really need as a guy in your 20s, and this is all free. That's what's the best thing about it. I mean, the academy literally provides this for you, and it doesn't affect your pay at work. So all the people in my position get paid the same amount if you live on campus or off campus. And that goes with actually all the positions. So pretty nice perk there. You can see why I'm utilizing this. And then, yeah, whenever you leave for the weekend, and I obviously do a lot of traveling and everything, and so there's no maintenance. Like I literally just close my door and don't have to worry about a thing. So definitely super beneficial and a huge, huge perk. I mean, especially with the rent here in Florida, you're talking... Because I don't have to pay for utility bills, no water bill, no Wi-Fi, no rent. I mean, that's a $25,000 to $30,000 difference right there. Huge. And we're 10 minutes from the beach. All right, we just made it out to the track. About to do a little speed work here, so I brought out the old carbon fibers here to give me a little extra boost. As you can tell, if you couldn't see already, big New Balance guy. Love the trainers. These 1080s are great, and then got these like Super Comp Elites. I'll probably do 400s. Don't really have a goal time. Just kind of see how the legs are feeling. Get a little sweat going before I lift.
Running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat.
Feel the smoothies.
It's this movie that I think you like.
1 minute, 21 seconds. Ooh, not too bad.
Cowboys running from himself. She's been living on the highest shelf. And they come.
We're sitting at a sub 450 pace, baby. Let's go.
Running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side.
Got one more left. Gonna finish strong. Last set, best set. Then we'll hit the performance center, get a little lift in.
I just wanna know if you're gonna stay. I just gotta know. I can't have it any other way.
Isaiah's out here. He joined our student life team 3 weeks ago. I helped onboard and trade him and everything. Like, he's not a part of the football program at all. But that's what's amazing is he's out here just putting in work, trying to help out the kids in the football program and everything on his off time. So, I mean, that just shows you the opportunities that come about from just being around here and working here. That's cool. That makes me happy with Isaiah, man. The reason why I'm out here right now is because of this. All these kids are out here practicing their craft. Some of them are the best in the world at what they do. And within my role, as far as helping mentor and foster these students to become good young men, I mean, if I was not practicing what I preach, then what's the point? They're not gonna listen to me. They're not gonna take me serious. So that's why I get out here every single day and I have my own goals, my own aspirations. That's the whole reason why I'm out here doing an Ironman, because I gotta show them that I'm working towards a physical goal as well. I mean, there's so much more than just the sport, than just my physical goals. But I think it really shows a lot to them with my actions, on them just seeing me out here putting in work too. I think it goes a long way. All right, so we are now in the Performance Center. Gonna get a quick full body lift in. So during Ironman training, I've only been lifting twice a week, and I typically just do a quick full body session. So today, do a leg movement, maybe a couple leg movements, some upper body movements. Just keep it nice, fluid, quick and efficient. But yeah, I mean, this facility is pretty neat. I mean, you've got everything you could ask for. You've got the power racks here. You've got a free weight section over there that we'll show you. We've got an upper deck with cardio. This is nicer than most universities and colleges, and we're here at a high school. So having access to these resources is amazing, especially when you're an athlete like me training for you know, races and events. This kind of helps out a lot. So super grateful to be able to have this at our fingertips.
Just sent from up above. You know you make my world light up. When I was down, when I was hurt, you came to lift me up. Life is a drink and love's a drug. Oh,
Tell you what, the key to every single workout, to sneak in some curls. The funny thing is I don't even need to do this, but hey, we're videoing today, so we might as well get them in. Nothing wrong with a little arm pump.
drink from me when I was so thirsty. Put on a symphony. No, I just can't get enough.
Alright, just finished up the workout. Not as long as I would have liked it to be, but hey, we still got it in. Right now, we're in the staff locker room. Super nice to have here. Got an area to kind of store all of your belongings and keep your bag in here while you're working out. They also provide some towels so you can shower off in here, get changed, head straight to work if you're kind of getting a lift in before or during your lunch or whatever the case is. So yeah, super nice to kind of have this at our convenience here to utilize. We just fueled up at the Gatorade station with staff members. They always give us 2 products, which is super nice. Now we're kind of up in the cardio section. So this is where all the cardio equipment is. I like to roll out and stretch out up here as well. Best view of campus in my opinion. You kind of just hop on the bike here, get a nice picture of the quad, and then it's a good kind of bird's eye view of the entire facility right here. You've got the Mind Gym, you've got the yoga studio, you've got the Gatorade offices, so it's pretty neat. So we are in the campus center. They just kind of finished this up probably about a year ago, and so we've got some outlets just like a college campus. We've got Mad Char, which is like a burger spot. We've got an acai bowl place. We've got a fun little student area for the kids to hang out, watch big games on that Jumbotron and have like some study space upstairs. Now we're about to go over to the cafeteria and grab some lunch. Let's go. Yes, that's the whole point.
Hello.
That's the whole point.
What are we
So
doing?
Alyssa, we're filming a day in the life. All right, so we're here at the caf. Just got some lunch. We made a taco bowl today. So the secret is I use their diced chicken
Had to throw some lettuce in there. We got guac, sour cream, and then the special sauce is we drizzle that chipotle mayo on there. With the old company that we had at the servery, they didn't have this. Game changer with the chipotle mayo. So the way that the meal plans work here, I get 1 meal a day because I've got the apartment, but for staff members that have the housing without kitchens inside them, just the single units, they get 3 meals a day. And so it's super nice being able to have the cafeteria right here. It's very convenient and everything, just being able to have the access to this. And so one thing that I love about it is we brought in a new company, Flick, and all of the CAF workers are so friendly, so nice, and they just make it like that home welcome environment. So it's definitely one of the better parts about working here. All right, so we are all showered up and we're ready for work. We're gonna go downstairs, give you guys a tour of my office, and then give you a little sneak peek and inside look of what it's like to work here at IMG. Let's go. All right, so we're in the E-Storm lobby, which houses the junior and senior boys. We're gonna go check out one of the wings and then what the model room looks like. So this is a perfect example of how the kids kind of set up their rooms during the academy year. So you can see they got the bunk beds, they've got the area for the desk underneath. They each have their own closet. They share the dresser space. This is definitely a lot cleaner than 90% of the kids' rooms, but that's where we come to play. We love to teach them good standards and just make sure they know how to upkeep their rooms and do daily chores. It's got everything it needs. It's good. They got their own bathroom too, which is nice. So let's go ahead. We'll hop on the golf cart and do a little campus tour, and I'll go into depth on what the student life department is, what we're all about, and kind of the breakdown of all of that. Alrighty, welcome into the office. This is where I spend most of my time here at work. I like to have it set up a little like friendly environment for the kids to come in. We got the putting mat here. We use the dumbbell as the door stopper. You gotta improvise. The kids love playing darts in here. Got my calendar set up. I'm supposed to have dual monitors, but right now only one's working. And then got this jersey here is from one of my prior students. He couldn't take it back home to China with him, so I ended up keeping it for him. And then one of my old coworkers actually got me this jersey, which is super neat. It's a Royals Drew Waters jersey, which is awesome because this is one of my good friends that I grew up with. So it was kind of cool that he thought of me in that way and got me this, which is awesome. I just got to figure out a way to get this hung up. And then here I've just got some Bible verses and quotes that I like to live by. And then I want to also remind myself of the Ironman Chattanooga. You got to have that front and center so you know what your goals are. But yeah, that's pretty much it to the office here. All right, so we're gonna start off in the residential life area. The student life department is the biggest department on campus. We have about 107 employees. And so I know I haven't really told you guys what I exactly do. So my official title is the assistant head of house of the E-Storm. So I help out with the juniors and senior boys, and really all I do is I help out the head of house oversee and run the entire building, and then I'm a good tool and resource for the mentors to use. So the way we're set up is we have assistant residential mentors, which are like the Swiss Army knife. They're the utility player. They kind of fill in and help out all throughout the building. And then we have primary mentors, which are assigned a specific floor and work with a specific grouping of students. So right now we're in the activity park. We've got the pool area that you guys were able to see a little bit earlier. Then you can see all of the dorms. We have South Dorm, which is the female dorm. Now we have the activity park, so we've got ping pong tables and everything. We've got a little volleyball court, basketball area. The primary responsibility of a residential mentor is to be that go-to support system for the boarding athletes on campus. We do everything in terms of mentoring them. We also are in communication with their parents, their coaches, their teachers, everything like that. Look at here, we got Mr. Phil and Rod up here. We'll go ahead and say what's up. This man right here, these two guys are the OGs. What up, baby? What up, Phil? How are you? What up, Rod? How are you?
Shout out
Good
to
to see
the
you.
Flicks, man.
This is the middle school manager right here, the man, the myth, the legend.
You doing a tour?
Yeah, man, doing a tour and a little inside look of student life. What would you say is your favorite part about the department, man?
My favorite part about the department are the people, man. I love working with guys like Rod Flint, amazing team, guys like Brandon Marcus himself. It's a good environment to be around, man. So I would say the people, and then obviously what I'm able to do, have a positive impact on the kids. That's my favorite part.
Awesome. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and head over to East Campus.
Good to
All right,
see y'all,
it's good
man.
seeing you guys.
All right, man.
See you, Rod.
Signing out.
We are now headed over to East Campus. We're on West Campus, going over the bridge to East, and this is the main area for tennis and basketball. Kind of going back on what I was talking about with the structure of the way the buildings are set up with the mentors. So we have 3 different shifts. We have a PM shift, which is from 2:45 to 11:15 p.m. That is the most popular shift, and so that's the one that I work. And then we have an overnight shift, which is a little bit more laid back and just there for emergency situations, and then also to do some walkthroughs, as well as welcoming kids and guests that are coming in during the evenings. And then we have the AM mentors, which work closely with like academics and helping keep the students accountable for showing up to class or showing up to practice. And they are a big customer service aspect with welcoming visitors and families and guests during the day. And that shift is from 6:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. We're pulling up on the tennis facility right now. This is how IMG kind of was created. Yeah, this was where the heartbeat of IMG started, was with Nick Bellateri and Andrea Agassi, the Williams sisters. So it's kind of neat to kind of see how all this has come to fruition. Obviously, I've only been here for 3.5 years, but you can see how this is like completely evolved into what it is now. This is the indoor tennis facility. A lot of the pros will come, and this is where they get a lot of their workouts and training sessions in. This is actually also where we were sheltered in during the evac for the hurricane, that was a whole nother story. We'll have to go into that another time. But yeah, pretty top-notch facility here. So right here we've got a map of all the colleges. Well, it's actually not every single one, but the kids will put up the colleges that they commit to or go to and be able to put it up here. So it's a pretty cool representation to see how every single athlete here are going to schools all over the country. Super, super neat. All right, so this guy right here, Mr. Ray, this holds a very special place in my heart. He was actually one of my students. And so the fact that he was able to accomplish being the world #1 junior in 2024 is a pretty big deal. He also won the amateur Australian Open. So Ray was a great kid. He definitely one of the hardest workers that I've been around. So super neat to see how they're all represented up here. And then if you look over here, we also have some of our basketball alumni that have made it over to the NBA. So it's pretty neat to see how they're displayed. All right, so this is the brand new basketball arena. Super neat. We've got 4 courts in here. And then also we've got kind of the main arena set up with a 360 scoreboard. And they've got like camera sections because we'll have some days where ESPN will come and broadcast for the big games like Mount Verde and stuff. So it's pretty neat to see this place packed out and having a good school-spirited, fun environment for the guys. So we're back over on the west side of campus. We're pulling up here on the Ring of Fire. So programming is a huge part of a residential mentor's job. And so we'll host the kids out here and I'll do a Bible study. It's actually student-led, which is super neat. And so we'll have all the kids gather out there at Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. I mean, we'll even have 80, 90, 100 kids out there. So it's really cool to kind of see how the Lord has been working on campus. And I absolutely love overseeing that. It's one of my favorite parts. You can also see part of the golf facility. There's a dual driving range. So you can literally hit back and forth, which is pretty neat. And also one staff perk about the driving range is we actually have access as staff during the weeks from 12 to 1 to be able to go hit that. So super neat, and I don't utilize it as much as I should, but definitely need to be working on my golf game because we got the
annual IMG Golf Classic coming up. So definitely need to get out there and work on my game before I'm missing too many balls. Now we're over at the soccer facility. As you can see, there's fields for days out here. But a little bit of insight is I absolutely love working with our soccer athletes because you get exposed to so many different backgrounds, so many different cultures, and they're always super high energy. So it's always super rewarding working with these kids. I try to come out to as many games as possible. But yeah, pretty nice facility. We're at the soccer stadium right now. So this is the main field. We also host a bunch of big tournaments out here, so these fields get used pretty often throughout the entire year. Now we're entering the brand new softball facility. We just installed 4 fields. We got 2 that are all turf, and then we got some dirt ones. Super excited to get this program rolling. I feel like it's going to be super beneficial to the academy because softball just has such a big following, and it's a fun and electric sport. That was actually one of my favorite sporting events to go watch in college. So it'll be kind of unique and cool to see how this evolves over time. Now we're over at the baseball facility. I probably spend most of my time over here when I am out of the office, just because I love watching these guys. Plus our baseball team is phenomenal. We always have some pretty high draft prospects. And this past year we actually won the baseball national championship. So super neat. We've got a bunch of different fields. We just installed turf on the infields. And so that's been a new field for the boys. And yeah, here's the main stadium right here, which is pretty sweet. All the scouts will always post up right here. They'll have the radar guns clocking the pitchers. And it's a pretty, I'd say this is probably one of our better sporting environments here at IMG because the kids don't really have too much support at all the events like a normal high school, but this one definitely gets rocking. So now we're pulling up to the Legacy Hotel. Yes, we have a hotel on campus, kind of wild. This was actually the first place I had stayed when I came down here to check out the facility and see if I wanted to make this my career. I actually spend more time here than I probably should. I always come here to, gotta get used to the planes flying over. But I'll come out here, I'll do laps sometimes, especially in the winter because they keep the pool heated, which is nice. And then sometimes I'll just come out here and eat lunch, enjoy, kind of get a little break from campus. So I love utilizing this property. We also use the space sometimes for company events, so they'll host like summer social and everything like that out here. But yeah. Alright, so I figured we'd wrap up the video here and just kind of answer some of the questions that I'm sure you guys are wondering. So to start off, I've been at IMG for a little over 3 years now. I've stayed in the same department, although I have kind of moved up a little bit, so I've gotten to handle some new responsibilities. But I would say my biggest and most favorite thing about being here at the Academy is definitely just the positive impact that I get to make on the youth athletes. I mean, that's really how I'm wired, to be able to kind of sit down and mold these young men into well-rounded adults and to prepare them for everything off the field. Like, yes, I'm super passionate about how they're doing on the court, on the field, in the classroom, but ultimately my big passion lies in how they're setting up to become successful husbands, to be able to be proper providers for their families growing up. And so that's really my main focus. And another big aspect is the family-oriented feel that we have here. I mean, I've curated some of my best friends that are my coworkers, and that's special because within this environment and going to work every day, typically at another work environment, you're just clocking in and out and you're not hanging out with your coworkers outside of the office. Here, that's completely different. I mean, I've even gone on trips with some coworkers, so you can really tell how we cultivate like a family-oriented environment at work, and it just makes you look forward to coming to work every single day. I mean, yes, there are stressful parts about our job, but that's with any job you take. And so when you are supported and working along people that you would actually consider your friends, it just makes it that much easier and that much better to kind of work through those obstacles. But ultimately, the biggest thing, and especially within my department, but I would say the academy as a whole, is everyone is here because they're passionate about working and making a positive impact on the kids. if you're not here for the kids, you're not going to last. One of the things I'm looking forward to most though is actually taking on this new responsibility at work. Yes, I'll still be doing my current job with overseeing the dorm and helping out the mentors, but I'm also going to be in charge of recruiting and onboarding for our department. So if you guys have any questions in regards to IMG or working within student life, please feel free to leave a comment. And I'd be more than happy to hop on a call and kind of just give you a little bit more insight on what we're all about and have you come enjoy this beautiful place. It's so rewarding and awesome. All right, y'all, appreciate y'all following along. Please like, comment, subscribe, and shut her down, baby. I knew it wasn't gonna work.